in the repair shop today.
I think that's run all the way through. Nothing's fallen apart. It's my lucky day today.
Richard and Kirstin team up to reverse the fortunes of a trusted talisman.
I just hope that it fits properly.
It may take a few coats to get this level of dirt out. It really is just making them look as beautiful as they deserve to be.
And some little red shoes keep Dean and Amanda on their toes.
I'm going to back the ribbons so that the original ones can still be kept. It's so worth it because the result is going to look stunning.
The first item will definitely test the skills of bicycle restorer Tim Gunn.
I don't know.
It's a lot of work there.
There's a lot of work.
And I know you like a challenge, don't you?
I do like a challenge.
So this one, I've got you in special.
It's a reminder of carefree times for Charlotte Lewis and her mum, Stephney.
Hello.
Hello.
You all right?
Yes, thank you.
Now, and this is a lovely tricycle. Can you tell us about it?
Well, we've had it 30 years, and growing up, Charlotte always had difficulty riding a bike, and
I've always been quite short.
Okay.
And then I
right.
was quite short.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Was it just the balance?
Yeah, it was a bit of the balance. I just had a bit of trouble with my legs reaching the floor, so I just struggled with learning to ride a conventional bike.
Charlotte was 5 at the time, and we were going for our usual trip to the park. We were passing a neighbour's house, and we happened to see the trike in the front garden.
Yeah.
And I was admiring it and saying what a lovely trike it was, and the lady came out, and she said it was her trike. She had it as a child. She didn't have any children herself, and she said, would you like it? So I said, oh, yeah, definitely. It was such a generous thing to do.
Yeah.
It was just great because Charlotte was really frustrated not being able to ride a bike, and she just bolted off down the road with it.
It was great once I did have the trike to just be able to jump on and, you know, race down the road and feel really confident and happy, and put in, you know, all my little bits and bobs in the back there as well.
Okay,
so,
cool.
yeah, I adored it, absolutely adored it.
So it must have felt quite special because not every kid would have had like a tricycle like this.
It was a bit of a head turner, I have to say.
Definitely. And how come it's in this condition?
It got stored in a very, very leaky shed, which over the years things got piled on top of it, hence the kind of wheels being buckled and it looking a bit, you know, worse for wear.
That's not you crashing, is it, Charlotte? That's...
No, I promise it wasn't me crashing.
Right.
I suppose the sad thing is that Charlotte had always expressed that she'd like to keep it and pass it on to her children when she had her own, but it's not in a condition for that to happen at the moment.
No, you can't pass that on to no one at the moment.
I've got a son that's 15 months and a daughter who's 4.5.
OK.
I would love to see her, you know, bolt down the road just like I did on it. So I just love it to be back to how I remember it being, really, and just the colour and...
I can't see anything apart from rust. What was the look of it?
So it was like a kind of dark cherry red, and then it had bits of blue on it as well, and the handles were like a creamy white colour.
Yeah.
Kids' bicycles were at the time colourful.
Yeah.
You know, ray of sunshine, basically.
No, exactly.
I suppose that's kind of what we want to try and put back into it, don't we?
Yes, please.
Yeah, another ray of sunshine.
There's no tyres, well, there's one part of an inner tube on there. You've really got it cut out, haven't you?
It's a real big challenge.
Is it one that you're prepared to try?
Yeah, there's a lot of bits that are broken. But, yeah, I'll have a go.
Well, thank you both for bringing us in.
No, thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's all right, it's a pleasure.
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You take care now.
See you soon.
Bye-bye. This looks too far gone to repair. Can it come back?
I don't think anything moves on it, so it needs a lot of freeing up. But yeah, we can end up with a nice looking trike with new bits, fresh paintwork.
Well, it's definitely you and Dom on this one then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's going to be nice to see this back on its wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's going to be a project, but it's going to be fun to do.
All right, I'll get the door.
I've rebuilt an awful lot of little children's bikes and trikes and things, However, this one is quite high up on the list of difficulty. Because it's been outside in a very damp shed, it's just suffered the perils of time, and nature has wanted to reclaim it. Everything on it is broken, it's rusty, it's bent. The mudguard is got a very, very bad crease on the back here, so that's going to be tricky. These spokes originally fitted 70 years ago, so they're past their sell-by date. The first thing to do really is to get it apart, slowly take bits and pieces off of it, and then hopefully get things off to the sandblasters. Let's just rock it backwards and forwards. Yep, there we go. So let's see how well it moves. Oh yeah, it's moving. Well, that's a lot easier than I was expecting. Let's see what else we can take off that, actually.
The barn's next arrival, Adam Cairns, has brought along an unusual and treasured gift for the attention of jewellery restorer Richard Talman.
Hello.
Hello.
You must be Adam.
I am.
I'm Jay.
Hi, Adam. Richard. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What have we got here?
This bracelet.
Wow. Whose is it? Is it yours?
That was my mum's.
Right.
She got it before I was born in America. She was travelling on her own in the late 70s. She travelled across America and then went to New Zealand and...
Hold on, that's quite brave to do.
Yeah.
How old was she when she did that?
Well, I guess she'd have been like mid-20s, just, yeah.
And Mum's name?
Mum's name's Mary, was Mary.
Well, she's not with us anymore.
No, I lost her in 2016.
Sorry to hear that.
She was, like, the most kind-hearted person. She just, like, lived to give, you know, even on her deathbed, she was, like, giving away her Wellington boots to a friend of mine and, like, you know, was just, even in that state, was just, you know, positive and giving. And, yeah, I miss her a lot. And, you know, she loved being a mum. And she was a very loving person and very, like, homely, but she had that adventurous side.
Okay.
And she encouraged that in me. She gave me that when I was 21, and I was going travelling for the first time.
Right.
And she gave me as a kind of amulet, I guess, bit of protection.
Yeah.
She dropped me off at the airport and then just pulled it out of her pocket. I put it straight on my wrist, and I travelled around Europe and then went to Central America and then went to America. And it always seemed to, like, attract people to me.
Really?
Because it's quite a signature piece. Like, when it's on your wrist, those turquoise stones really pop. You're like an instant hippie when you wear it.
You're into the hippie club, OK.
And then was coming back to the UK and changed planes in Miami, and the security guard ripped it off my wrist and said, like, you have to take that off. And it broke at that moment. And, like, the final flight home. And it felt like it had, like, served its purpose, protected me, and then it had, like, broken, you know. I got it repaired a few years later, which you can see on there. But it was only a very short bracing, and so over here, obviously, it just broke on the other corner there.
Okay.
And there is another story after I'd had it repaired.
It's all coming out now. Confessions, all right.
OK, all right. So I broke it another time as well. After it had been repaired, I was wearing it, and I was taking down a stage at a music festival.
Right.
And a piece of scaffolding fell and broke this stone, one of the turquoise stones.
So that protected you then, really?
I suppose it did.
Yeah.
I think I preferred to have broken my wrist. And I think I mend easier than the bracelet, I think. So I don't know what can be done about the stone. I've not been able to bring it to any jewellers because it's obviously means a lot to me. So,
Of course.
And I knew it was difficult. I've actually got very few photographs of my mum. The few things that I do have obviously are really important. And, you know, it's a little bit of my mum on my wrist when I wear it.
Yeah.
It'd mean a lot if I could be wearing this still.
OK. We've got to get that fixed then, haven't we?
We have.
Huh?
Yes.
So it goes straight back on the wrist.
Thanks.
I'm going to get Kirstin to have a look at the stones for you.
OK.
OK?
OK, good.
Don't worry, it's in safe hands.
I trust you.
OK. Adam, thank you for bringing it in.
Good luck.
Thanks very much, Adam.
All right, you take care. He said good luck to you. I think you might need it.
So my intentions on repairing this bangle, where the bangle had broken the first time around, it's been repaired by just putting some small struts on it. Whoever repaired it used a very, very low melting temperature solder. On a bangle like this, where it's squeezed a lot to get a perfect fit, it's just causing it to flex at exactly the wrong point. So for my repair, I'm going to ensure that we use a piece of metal that stretches around the whole top of the piece, making sure that in those weakest points, it's got the double strength and security of that extra bar. I've got no other choice than to use a hot solder on this, which will be almost 1,000 degrees, because I really want to ensure that Adam will never have to worry about this breaking again. In an absolute ideal world, I'd really love to leave the stones in situ, but if I tried to exert almost 1,000 degrees anywhere near these stones, it's going to completely destroy them forever. I don't think I've really got any other option than to remove these. I'm going to start with the one that's already been damaged. I'm going to get that over to Kirstin to work her magic, then slowly unset the others. I'm going to be using a scorper. I'm just going to rest it under the setting edge and very, very slowly push back. The setting edge is quite thin, so I'm going to have to take care not to push it too much or it will buckle, and indeed not exerting that same pressure onto the turquoise, because that would just cause it to break. Bit of a nervous, tense moment this is going to be. Starting to loosen up already. Never have I been so happy to see a loose stone. Right. I'm just going to take a stick of beeswax, as you can just press down onto the top of the stone like so. And there you go. Whew. If I can keep that up for the next two, I'm going to be happy.
Go.
Now that the child's trike is dismantled, Tim can begin restoring its many parts.
There's a lot of dents. I've got to rectify that. What I'm going to try and do is to get that kink out, because at the moment it's not very mudguard shaped. So the only way I can do that is to reverse the bend. And I'm going to use just some very fine hammers. And this is my grandfather's hammer. It was used for panel beating. It's just nice and nimble in the hand, and it reminds me of my granddad whenever I'm using it. So I'm hammering the dents out on an anvil, basically because the anvil's a massive, solid lump of steel. You can actually hear when you're hitting the right point on the mudguard where the dent needs to come out. If you listen, it has a bit more of a ding, 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 ding coming through. You're contacting this end of this hammer through into the anvil. It's actually a very satisfying noise. It's almost as if the anvil's talking back to you.
Kirstin.
Hey.
I've got a turquoise stone here. I was wondering if there's any way that you might be able to build it up, because Adam's really, really keen to have the same stone back in it again, so...
OK, all right. I'm sure I can do something and try and match those colours that are in the stone. Great.
I will leave it in your capable hands.
All right.
Tim!
What's happened? Completely in bits.
Goodness me. The rust on it is crazy, isn't it?
We've got a few little spots where some of the original colours come through.
Yeah, metallic red and baby blue.
Baby blue,
It's quite
yeah.
a wild colour
I
scheme.
know, yeah. Yeah.
Leave it with me. I will make use of the little boot.
OK.
Store all my little bits in there. Next time you see all this, Tim, it's going to look a lot different.
OK, brilliant.
Good luck.
I'm just assessing every single bit as I go along, because there's lots of bends and twists and things that are broken. But one of the main issues is we've got a bent rim. I think I've got a cunning plan to try and straighten it. We need a bit more weight. My best Charlie Chaplin here. Yeah, every day of the week I do this. Slowly getting there. It's not working as well as I had hoped, but it's a good workout anyway. I think we need to do a bit more bounce.
This baby blue is a really, really good match to the original colour. Very pleased that it's all worked out quite well. Now I can put them all to one side and hang up all of the red parts. Once it all comes together, it's going to look beautiful.
So the wheel's now reasonably straight. The next stage is to lace the wheel. There's a certain pattern that has to be configured because there's 20 holes in the rim and 20 holes in the hub, and you've got 20 spokes. It's basically like knitting, but with wire. Each of the spokes, as it goes in, they have to cross. What that does is it makes for a much stronger wheel, and it makes it safer. We have to count round 4 gaps. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's the lacing pattern that I memorised when I took the wheel apart. So that's all the spokes going in one direction. I'm now going in the opposite direction, and that will give me the cross. Once the wheel's laced, I can then fit the tyre and inner tube, and then that's the wheel belt.
Dean, I can't wait for you to finish my boots. I'm sick of wearing these ones.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. They're pretty bad.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking them on. I appreciate it.
I'm pretty busy, though.
Oh, don't.
Master cobbler Dean Westmoreland will be taking on the barn's next restoration project. Lynn Gray hopes to turn back time for some special footwear that sparked a lifelong passion.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. What's in the bag? Can we have a look?
Well, I have a little pair of child's ballet shoes.
They're tiny, aren't they?
You say shoes, but look at them. They're like pancakes.
Are they yours?
Yes, they were mine.
Right.
Yes. Yes, can you believe it?
Well,
I remember when I was about the age of 3, I started at a ballet class. I do remember my mother tying the laces around my legs.
right.
And feeling that this is what real ballerinas do. They tie the ribbons around their legs. So, you know, our whole family, my mum, my grandma, you know, we've always really enjoyed dancing.
Oh, OK.
My grandma, she used to go off to dances with these frocks, you know, with lots of petticoats. But my mum did ballet as a child as well.
Do you think your nan being into dancing, and that's rubbed off?
Yes, I think my nan obviously would have taken my mum to dance class. And
yeah.
Years later, my mum and I actually went to a dance class together with the same dance teacher that I'd had when I was 3.
Wow.
Yeah, so I have lovely memories of doing that together.
Yeah.
Do you still dance now?
I do, actually,
Yeah.
Yes. I go every week, and I do a bit of ballet in, you know, shoes that fit me now. That's what I love, that's what I enjoy.
So after growing out of these shoes as a kid, where have they been all these years?
I just have a vague memory of a cupboard that was sort of below the stairs. That's where everything went. And these must have been at the bottom. I didn't know they were in there. And my mum came across them a few years back and passed them to me. She passed away a couple of years ago. I just kind of, something said to me, we need to do something about these.
Yeah.
I think she would love it. My mum and I were very close. She sewed on the ribbons because you didn't buy them with ribbons attached. The ribbons are very tatty looking, but there's some of her sewing inside.
Oh, really?
Which is
So
nice.
she stitched the ribbons on?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
That made them very special for me.
So poor little shoes are looking a little bit sorry for themselves, aren't they?
They are. They're really sad. But, of course, they were once beautiful and shiny. And
They would have been shiny.
well, the leather would have been sort of really bright
OK.
red leather. Not. They're very dirty. Ribbons, if there's any way of replacing them and maybe keeping some of the stitching inside that my mum had done and have that memory of her,
get them looking their best so
Yeah.
you can proudly
Yeah.
show them off,
Yeah.
but their
Yeah.
dancing days are over.
Their dancing days are probably over, but they could always be surrounded by dance photos of family members.
That'd be lovely.
Every time you walk into a room, you've got those joyous memories that gave myself, my mum and my grandmother a lifetime of dance, really.
Looking back with fond memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever you can do, really,
Okay.
to make them look like
I'll do my
shoes that
best.
were once danced in.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing what you can manage to do.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'm looking forward to this, actually.
Yeah. Well, Dean, good luck.
Thank you, mate. I think these are beautiful. Really, really dainty, but still so strong after so long, which is incredible, really. As a cobbler, it's very easy to think you'll go in and make it as new as possible. For Lynn, there's really important parts, such as her mum's stitching that she really wants to keep. So I think it's important to preserve a lot of this, keep these ribbons and just strengthen as much as possible. Certainly the shape needs to come back, and if I can get that really bright red back, it should be a stunning shoe when I'm done, all being well. So I'm just going to start by giving it a little clean. So the cleaning solution I'm using is something I use almost daily. It's proven to not only make the leather more supple, but lift a lot of the ingrained dirt out of it. It may take a few coats to get this level of dirt out. It's just slow and steady. You can see there, just from a small area, the amount of grime and muck that it's taken off. So although this is not an easy fix, it really is just making them look as beautiful as they deserve to be.
It's now a joint effort to restore the lucky bracelet. As Richard undoes the previous repair, Kirstin is preparing to make the broken gemstone whole again.
Whilst I'm mixing my fill material, I can take a look at the actual stone and I can start to think about what pigments I'm actually going to be using to match the various colours in the turquoise, which is the fun part.
So I've now successfully removed the metal on the previous repair. What I now need to do is address this split. So the very first thing I'm going to do is resolder that gap. Now, the worst case scenario here, when I'm heating up to run this solder, that the other joins themselves are going to run, the bracelet itself is going to fall apart. So just fingers crossed that this is just going to go right.
I'm just starting to get the colours here. I'm trying to keep them slightly separate on this palette so that I can recreate these lovely streaks of copper colour that run through the stone.
I think that's run all the way through and nothing else has fallen apart. It's my lucky day today.
The shape is really starting to come now. Really lovely to use the skills that I have to mend something like this and to work with Richard on something. We've never done a collaboration together, so it makes a nice change.
I'm really happy with that. We've got a nice bit of spring back into it. I'm now going to reshape it. This is a steel mandrel, basically a metal wrist that goes all the way down from a small to a big. And we just go over the top like so, and then just lightly hitting with a hide mallet. Because if we used a metal hammer, it's just going to dent the metalwork. I always like to put my thumb over the delicate part, because if you miss, it cripples it. You know, it's a lot of work for yourself. If you hit your thumb, it repairs in a couple of days.
The colour fill has cured really nicely. That's looking really lovely and shiny now. So I'm just going to pop some wax on that to bring up the shine and protect the stone, and then it's ready to go back to Rich. I just hope that it fits properly.
And we're now pretty much ready to get to the next stage, and that is to solder in a strengthening bar, which is going to go on the inside. What I'm doing here is effectively giving it a little splint, just to bolster it up. And this really is going to provide a structure for many years to come.
After all the hard work, things are finally coming together for the child's tricycle.
Dom has done a brilliant job with the paintwork. It's brought it back to life again. There's just a few bits and pieces, actually quite a lot of bits and pieces that need to go back on again. The first job really is to fit this rear wheel. So the next stage is this little mudguard, and they're held on with these tiny little screws. Very, very fiddly. The screw actually holds the box on and the mudguard. So when they designed it, it was actually quite a clever thing to do. But still doesn't make it any less fiddly. The front forks have got to go in, the saddle's got to go in, handlebars, and then it's ready to give back to Steph and Charlotte.
When it arrived at the barn, this crumbling childhood chariot was almost beyond repair. 30 years after she first rode it, Charlotte's returned with Mum Stephney and her children in the hope they'll be able to saddle up.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hi, thank you for having us back.
Who have you brought along?
Do you want to introduce yourself? This is Cleo and Caleb.
So how are you both feeling?
Excited. Can't wait to see it.
Charlotte, this was your trike, so...
I mean, I'm so excited, actually. It's so lovely to obviously have Cleo and Caleb here as well, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her reaction as well, because she's obviously seen it when it was what it was like before as well, and she was excited then.
So what colour do you remember it?
Rusty.
Oh, it was lots of rust.
Hopefully not anymore.
Are you excited to see the trike? Excellent.
You're ready?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go on then, Tim.
OK, ready?
Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Sorry, Cleo.
Oh, my word.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, Cleo. This is what it looked like when Mummy first got it.
It's exactly how I remember it.
It's got spokes.
Oh, my gosh. I've kind of gone back in time a little bit. It's quite strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's lovely.
I remember how pleased I was when Charlotte got it, so I'm ecstatic that, you know, 30 years later, Cleo is going to be able to ride it.
Yeah.
Can we ride it now?
Yeah, you're desperate.
Yes, please.
Go on then, if you grab the bike, I'll grab the table.
It's coming down now, Cleo.
Oh, perfect.
Ready? Remember to turn, Cleo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Very good.
Woohoo.
Oh, wow.
Come back this way. That's it. Yay!
Very good.
Oh, Cleo, well done.
Straight away, yeah.
That's amazing.
Get some speed up. Here we go. That's more like it. There's no stopping them now.
It's just taken me back. Cleo feeling so confident on it, the same as Charlotte. It's brilliant.
Brakes work well. Yeah, that's a good sign.
How did that feel?
Good.
Is it quite fast?
Yeah.
Seeing her face just says it all.
Absolutely. You've made one little girl very, very happy.
That's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you both. See you
Thank
later.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cleo,
See you later.
goodbye.
Bye.
It was fantastic. You know, they're the same age when Charlotte had it, and so it tugged at my heart a bit.
Because there were 3 wheels, it's easier for me to ride on. I felt so free to just sit on the bike and ride the bike.
I might give the trike a bit of a go myself. I'm a bit jealous, to be honest.
There's more collaboration afoot on the tiny ballet shoes.
Hello, ladies.
Hi, Dean. It's not often we see you.
It isn't. I need your advice.
OK.
This fabric top bead, what are your thoughts as to the best way to clean them?
They are absolutely adorable.
They're lovely, aren't they?
But this is just a cotton binding. I would use just a mild detergent in warm water.
OK.
And then just gently press all the way round, and it should draw any sort of dirt out of the cotton.
Like when I spill my tea on the carpet.
Probably.
Perfect. Yeah. What are you doing about the ribbons?
I'm not too sure yet, because I want to keep Lynn's mum's stitching.
Oh, yeah, that's so sweet.
That's where she'd attach the ribbons.
You could dunk them. They'll be
OK.
absolutely fine. Once they're clean, we could get some new ribbon to make up the bits that are missing.
That's brilliant, thank you. Even just doing this little bit on here, you can see some of the muck coming out of that, which is quite pleasing to see. Ribbon and the beading is a lot cleaner. Now I'm going to get some colour back into this beautiful leather. This cream is shea butter based. You see shea butter in a lot of facial products, and leather is skin, so it's only natural that this would work. The leather is really soaking up this cream, which tells me it really needed it. So I'm happy that there's enough on there for now. I'm going to get them over to Amanda to tackle the ribbons. Hello, Amanda.
Hi, you all right?
Yes. Are you all right to tackle them ribbons?
Yeah, of course I am. See, this is the bit I'm thinking of.
OK.
It's got that softness, so you can, when you do them up, it'll get a bit more floppiness to them.
OK, thank you.
We'll sort it. All right.
Brilliant.
Leave it with me.
All right.
They're extremely fragile. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back the ribbons completely so that the original ones can still be kept, and Lynn will know when she looks at them that this is her original sort of ballet shoes. The first thing I'm going to need to do is iron these little ribbons very, very gently. I never did ballet when I was a child. I was quite clumsy. It was a joke in my family. They used to call me a fairy elephant. Anyway, I got to do tap dancing instead because it was more suitable for me, I think. That's the last little bit of ironing now. And I just need to clamp these on. And then I'm going to stitch them into place using really tiny little hand stitches. It's going to be quite time-consuming, but so worth it because the result is going to look stunning.
Things are definitely looking up for the bracelet, with just one task remaining until Richard's work is done.
So I've now got the 2 stones set back in. I'm really, really happy with the results, but I'm even more happy with how Kirstin has managed to repair this other stone. She's got the colour absolutely spot on. I've now got to get this back into the setting. I just start by just pressing evenly from one side and then the other. It really is now just going to be a case of going round and round slowly and slowly until the metal is touching the stone in all of the places. Just looking at this bangle now in comparison to when it came in, I'm so excited about showing this back to Adam.
A parting gift from Adam's mum, the bracelet kept him safe on his world travels, only to suffer 2 misfortunes itself.
Hi, Will.
Will that do the job?
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Adam's returned to the barn to collect his cherished lucky charm.
Hello, Adam. Good to see you again.
Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Will.
Hi, Will.
You look kind of nervous.
I think I am because, I had some time to think about, the bracelet and what it'd be to have it repaired. It's the first time I've been without it for like 20 years since my mum gave it to me. It's made this a bit more powerful than I thought, actually, and I'm going to see it, and I'm ready for that.
No more suspense. Come, Richard.
Wow, that's unbelievable. You've done such an amazing job, Richard. I mean, I just never expected it could look that great. Look at that. I can't really explain how much that means. It's like you've given me the bracelet when my mum bought it. Thank you. I'm truly so happy.
It was Kirstin who repaired the stone for you.
I mean, you've done an amazing job. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My mum would be so happy right now. Yeah, it does feel like she's, that bit closer. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. It's really lovely to be able to mend something that also has memories, so that's what makes our job worthwhile.
Thanks, Richard. Thanks, Will.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Kirstin.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.
See you.
Great job.
Bar a brief period, I've worn it for 20 years. And I can't stop looking at it on my wrist. It's really making me think how happy Mum would be right at this moment. And she's like with me again in a way. It's a repair beyond what I could have imagined.
The ballet shoes are almost ready for their curtain call.
Amanda has done a great job on these. The ribbons, incredible work. I think the final stage of these, I want to put these beautiful little wooden lasts in. I think it's only right that they should be presented in their best possible light. Try to get this back bit stretched around the back. That was really tough. The nerves were going there. You see the lovely curve on the instep, beautiful toe shape there. It really is fantastic. I'm super happy with that.
Having inspired a love affair with dance, these once pristine shoes were long past their prime.
Dean, you ready?
As ready as I can be.
Nice.
Yeah?
They got their shape back now, haven't they?
Yeah, they look lovely, don't they?
For Lynn, they embody a passion shared with her late mum.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello, Lynn.
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, especially when we get a smile like that coming into the bar. I am happy.
Oh,
So how are you feeling about the shoes?
I'm hoping to see a bit more like they looked when I wore them, shall we say, a long time ago.
You ready to see them?
I am.
Go on, do it.
Oh, wow. Nice shiny leather. Can I?
Yeah.
Can I? Oh, my goodness. All that dirt and all that grime. Wow, you've done a really good job in there.
Thank you.
They'd lost their shape, but now they actually look like a shoe. They're lovely. The sort of thing a little girl would like to put on their feet.
Yeah.
To go and meet their dance teacher. You found some ribbon that doesn't look too new and modern. It's beautiful.
Well, we kept the old ribbon as well.
Is that the old ribbon?
So Amanda's done a great job.
Oh, my goodness, you're kidding.
You wanted your mother's stitching.
I know, my mum had actually
we managed to keep that.
stitched them. Oh, that's super. Thank you. Wow. It's funny, I was thinking about the stitching because she was a good seamstress, but I think we must have been about to leave the house to go to class or something, and in a panic, oh, I've got to sew these ribbons on. That's kind of what it makes me feel.
Oh, bless.
They're beautiful, and their little bows, you know, tippy-tappy, all ready to go. It just feels like, you know, I'm like 3 years old again, you know, and I want to put them on and I want to, you know, pirouette around the room or something. Thank you. Thank you very much for
These two.
all your hard work.
It's a pleasure.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for
They're
bringing them
lovely.
in.
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
OK, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye. Happy. That's what we like. Happy people.
Looking at the ballet shoes just takes me back to when my passion for dance began. I've always enjoyed dancing, and my mum and my grandma always enjoyed dancing, and it was something that I kind of inherited from them, their own passion for it. My mum would be absolutely delighted.